Hello, my panda pals, and welcome back to the channel and to another recap. Today I'm gonna cover what happened on Before the 90 Days, Season 7, Episode 10. So, buckle it up, cuties, and let's go for a ride. Let's check in with Vanya and Bozo. Vanya's head is spinning. Bozo was over the moon to see her at the airport, and then 5 seconds later, he's telling everybody that they are just friends.
Bozo didn't even want to spend the night on the couch to maximize our time together, and I couldn't believe it.
So yeah, she is getting some mixed signals, and this trip isn't exactly going the way that she had hoped.
I just want to see how he acts today, see how he is this fresh new day.
Bozo tells us that last night was definitely awkward, and Vanya just wants him to be this Prince Charming in her fairy book romance, and that's just not where they are right now.
Vanya came for great relationship. She just wants it immediately. And I'm just taking step by step.
They wander around town, and Bozo, being the hilarious man that he is, makes a couple of jokes.
So you know banana split if it's from Split?
No, it's not.
They get into an ancient vestibule, and Bozo goes all Skyrim for a moment, and it is a vibe.
La la Vanya, Vanya.
Vanya's having a great time over here, and she's like, yes, this is the Bozo that I know and love. He then tells her he told his mother about her, and she's already picking out their wedding china, which Vanya is super stoked about.
So she's hoping that you marry me, but what does she know about me?
Said that you're blonde, beautiful eyes. And
So she
stuff.
thinks we're a good match?
If my partner's mother was already planning our wedding in her head, and all she knew about me was 3 physical traits, I would find that concerning. Bozo tells her that whenever he talks to his mother and his aunt, he is always gassing her up.
When I talk about you, I give the biggest compliments.
Okay.
That's the reason why we met, why we stood in touch.
Vanya is smiling ear to ear, and then Bozo is like, yeah, girl, you are the freaking best, but I really need to talk to you about last night.
Don't get me wrong, biggest compliments to you, but where I feel really close to you in a friend way.
He's like, I just want to hang out with you, no pressure, and hopefully I will fall in love with you over the next couple of weeks.
But we already said I love you. We already,
I said that all those things when you were not here.
Listen, super happy he friendzoned her at the start of the trip and not at the end of the trip, but like, maybe you could have set the proper expectations before she took the whole ass trip out there. Cause you're basically saying that whenever you told her you loved her in the past, it didn't really count because you said it online, and this is not really how that works. Vanya is like, dude, I put my entire life on hold for 3 weeks to come out here and develop our relationship, and you're telling me that this trip was for you to see if you even liked me?
Has there been chemistry so far?
I don't feel it right now.
Again, points for honesty, but I would be so mad if I were in her shoes. Girly needs to download a dating app and find someone else out there, because if Bozo needs to figure out if she's the one for him, then she also needs to figure out if Bozo is the one for her, and maybe he's not. So if you're gonna start at square one with Bozo, you should just start at square one with a whole bunch of other dudes.
If she gets some impression that we are like boyfriend and girlfriend, then I feel sorry for that.
Vanya tells him there's gonna be no hard feelings if this goes in the direction that it is supposed to be going, aka becoming a serious relationship that ends in marriage.
When we met in person, I was a little bit overwhelmed with her. I just didn't feel the chemistry.
Bozo is like, listen, I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep being honest with you about how I feel and how I feel things are going, okay? Let's check in with Sunny and Veah. Veah's alone at the hotel because Girly got dumped. She's texting Sunny and asking him if they can meet to talk, and he's just like, LOL, you are dead to me, so no.
He says, I don't want to talk to you. Just leave me alone.
You realized a lot of things, in the 8 hours that you guys have been apart? Sure, Jan. Veah is like, I tried to tell Sunny that I brought Rory here because I wasn't comfortable traveling alone for the first time, but he wouldn't listen to me, and he just threw away our whole relationship.
Our love, our whole year of talking, I feel like Sunny just threw it all out.
Veah tells us that she got really angry last night because growing up, her family never really allowed showing emotions and vulnerability, so she doesn't think Sunny realizes how hurt she is about all of this. And yes, you heard that right. She is worried that he doesn't know how hurt she is about all of this.
I take full responsibility for our fight.
Veah heads out for a little bit of shopping to take her mind off of things, and girl goes up to a street vendor, asks for a pineapple stick, and she's like, "You have Apple Pay, right?"
You have Apple Pay? No, I don't have that. Where you put your phone next to the scanner? You don't have that? No.
Listen, it is completely fine that Veah asked whether they had Apple Pay or not, but how do you travel to a different country with zero cash?
I take cash. I don't have cash. I can't help you.
And yes, I realize that she's never traveled outside of the country before, but isn't this exactly the reason why she asked Rory to come with her in the first place? So Rory's supposed to be meeting her at the shopping center, so she gives him a call and she's like, "Hey, are you close and do you have any cash?" And Rory's like, "Yeah, of course I have cash. What kind of idiot travels without cash?" So he rushes over and saves the day.
Thank you very much.
Wait, do they have like change in their money too? Oh, that's cool.
Oh my god, I like how she assumes that everybody has Apple Pay, but she doesn't assume that everyone has change. Veah then tells Rory that Sunny saw that picture of them on the plane and proceeded to break up with her.
He definitely has every right to feel betrayed and say, "Hey, I'm sorry. Here's what I'm gonna do to make it right."
Okay, something definitely smells fishier than a mermaid's hoo-ha, because Veah was telling us all about how Sunny was some jealous, toxic monster and that she was scared of him, but he has not been behaving in any way that's been problematic. I think he's been responding to the situation he's in a very reasonable manner. And Veah also mentioned that when she started dating Sunny, Rory would go onto his socials and start making fun of him and posting like laughing emojis, and he's like, "I don't understand why a man has to have so many selfies," right? And we were all like, wow, Rory's a fucking dick. But so far, Rory has been nothing but very mature and very supportive of their relationship. So yeah, she's definitely been painting these men as way worse than they actually are, and I don't know why. Rory suggests she open up to Sunny and tell him about her past so that she can explain why she is the way that she is.
I'm not sure if she told him why she acts the way she does. If you really know all the ins and outs, it's not pretty.
Veah is feeling extra special because Sunny reached out to her saying that he finally wants to talk.
So, you really hurt me yesterday. You truly hurt me. Explain yourself why you do that.
Veah tells him she really struggled with whether she was gonna bring Rory or not, but ultimately, she did not want to travel alone. And Sunny's like, "That's fine, I get that, but did you really have to lie to me about it?"
I was scared you were gonna tell me not to come.
I don't understand your relationship with Rory.
There is no romantic feelings between me and Rory. He's somebody I could trust.
Then she tells him Rory was there for her when her brother passed away, and right after that happened, they also lost their baby.
And that's probably a big reason me and Rory are so close, is because we were able to cope with the loss of our baby and we coped with it together.
Sunny says he does understand and he doesn't want to come between their relationship.
If you're saying you are friends, you could be friends. Just what is missing between us? This conversation.
And then this absolute gem of a man says that he wants her to eventually open up to him because he wants to be there for her the way that Rory has been.
I don't want to be that jealous boyfriend where I have to hide things from, but at the same time, it's hard not to be insecure.
Oh my gosh, Sunny, you are not a toxic, jealous boyfriend. You are just a normal guy who feels jealousy once in a while in completely understandable situations. I can't believe that Veah painted him to be some kind of toxic, crazy, jealous monster. Let's check in with Chidi and Rayne. Rayne is on her way to meet Chidi. She is crossing her fingers that he's gonna tell her that he is renouncing his entire family and that he's ready to meet her god through her vagina.
Now I'm hoping that he would be like, "Oh, I really want to go with you to the hotel. I want to start hanging out with you now." I had a talk with my sister. Whether she likes it or not, I'm a man.
She thinks he chose to meet at the beach because she loves fishing, but he's just like, "No, I'm really hoping that the soothing sounds of the waves will keep you from murdering me." Rayne arrives and she's using that really annoying, syrupy sweet voice.
Me too. You want to go for a walk?
Shall we?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I can't wait.
Thank you.
It is so weird to hear her talk like that. Like, demon lady, we've seen your real face. You don't gotta hide it no more.
Sit right here.
Oh.
Look, there's crabs in here.
In here?
Yeah, they're dead.
Oh.
Well, that is foreshadowing. Rayne starts things off and she's like, "So, do you want to go back to my hotel and like hang out?" Chidi is like, "Listen, lady, you not wanting to stay at my sister's house was one thing, but how you handled it was disturbing at best."
You know, your sister and I are not on good terms. I'm not going to stay somewhere in somebody's house where we're not on good terms. And you realize this is a new day.
People really gotta stop saying shit like, it's a new day, we have to move forward. Like, no, we really have to discuss your piss poor behavior from yesterday.
You know, one of these days you'll find a woman who will sit there at your sister's all day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I don't think that's gonna be a hard thing for him to accomplish. I'm sure a lot of us would love to hang out with Victoria. She seems very nice, very kind, and very sweet. Renee's over here still pissed as hell that he is siding with his family and not saying that she is right.
Come on, my days are here, touch yourself. That's what you used to.
She tells us she is done. She's tired of Chidi acting like his family can't do anything wrong and making her the bad guy.
Do you ever think you could be overreacting about Chidi's sister?
I don't ever feel like I overreact.
Dude, that producer better sleep with both eyes open because those eyes, they are murdering eyes. Chidi is like, girl, can you please just be chill for 1 second? And obviously, she can't.
You just don't like what I'm saying. So I'm yelling, I'm screaming, I'm this, I'm that. Like, okay, I get you.
Can I talk?
I get you.
Can I talk?
Go for it, Junior.
After being a condescending bitch and telling him to just go ahead and talk, he literally says 2 words before she immediately starts to interrupt him again.
The only time she came to the room
I
was
would
the
love
times-
to go out there and sail out into that
only
open
time she
ocean. Like,
came
oh my
to
God,
clean up
look, a
the
big
room.
ass.
I genuinely feel bad for both of her children. Like, this is their mother. This is the person that they have to try and reason with when they get into a disagreement or an argument or just anything. Like, that's wild to me.
Tall buildings way out there on the right.
Hear me out for a second?
I see you're sucking your sister's tits. Are you sharing the milk or what?
Chidi has the patience of a freaking saint, and he's like, listen, you've always told me that the men in your life have been toxic. I just need you to be aware that you are also toxic as hell.
If you want people to respect you, you should learn how to respect others.
Renee loses her absolute shit, and she starts yelling at Chidi, saying that he is the problem. Actually, she doesn't even say that he's the problem. She says that the entire human race is the problem.
I was with men that turned to heroin, but I chose to move on. You want to say the problem is me? The problem is the human freaking race.
Yeah, that's right. She really said, it's not me, it's literally everyone else. Look at the current situation, right? You are with a man who is not on drugs, and you're running into the same issues that you had with the men that were on drugs. Like, the common denominator in your unhappiness, it is you.
So you better learn to chill because you're messing with the wrong freaking ass person.
She then pivots to accusing Chidi for only wanting to marry her for a visa.
Is that what you think?
Yeah, that's all you freaking want. That's why you want to marry me. That's why you're that obsessed with me.
Chidi is like, excuse me? Bitch, before you came into my life, I was a fully functioning human being. I had friends, I had a life, I went to school, I was happy.
If I really want the visa, I would have submitted, which includes having sex with Renee.
But I will not sell myself for a visa.
Chidi tries one last time to say that his issue is she gets so defensive. She treats everything as if they are fighting when they are not, and she never ever lets him talk.
I just want an honest discussion with you.
Okay, you're still talking. What's wrong with you? You don't listen. You don't. I'm listening.
Let me remind you, she is 37 years old, and she has 2 children.
If I'm a little too much for Chidi, I will withdraw myself out of your life.
Chidi's hands are up in the air. He's like, fine, if that is what you want to do, I have 0 issues with it. I just want to move on.
I can't express my opinions. I can't express my feelings. Everything revolves around Renee. So it is over.
Oh, baby, don't be sad. You literally dodged a bullet, or an iron skillet to the back of the head, or a hatchet to your neck. Like, I don't know, bitch is crazy. There are a lot of ways that she could have, like, ended you, you know? Let's check in with Tigerlily and Adnan. Tigerlily gets to the hotel, and Adnan has set up candles and flowers because it's been 2 months since he's seen her, and he is ready to put a bunch of potential babies into her.
You ready?
Ready for what?
To make babies, baby, in this trip.
Tigerlily really doesn't want to make babies right now because she is still pissed about his shirtless shower pic and how their relationship kind of feels like anything he can do, I can do, never.
You're not just going to try and schmooze my anger away.
Adnan is being all kissy and lovey and huggy, and Tigerlily is just not having any of it. Adnan's like, why are you mad? You asked me to delete the picture and then I deleted it. You should be happy now.
Do you care if I'm upset about something?
It's not important. We are together now.
So no, he doesn't care. Tigerlily is like, how would you feel if I posted a photo of me fresh out of the shower? Like, would you be mad? And he's like, well, yeah, I'd be mad. You're a woman.
Would you be upset?
Of course I will. I will kill you, baby.
Oh, what? Maybe we don't joke about killing the other person because we're mad, okay? Tigerlily is like, yeah, so why do you get to be mad if I post something like that, but I don't get to be mad when you do the same thing?
Because I am a man. This is the 100th time I told you.
If I can't do it, you shouldn't be doing it either.
Adnan is like, I do not like double standards, but what he means to say is that he loves double standards. He just doesn't like that Tigerlily knows what those are. Adnan is like, you want me to have the same rules? And Tigerlily is like, yeah. And then he's like, oh my God, why did you have to ruin everything? I planned this romantic baby making night with candles and flowers, and you just really had to shit all over it.
In the future, I will not doing anything like this. I will be like normal man.
Yeah, other men also do this shit while respecting their partner's autonomy. Like, just FYI. Adnan is super pissy because he just wants Tigerlily to pretend like she's happy for his sake.
Not everything I can do, you can do.
Like what?
You can't show your body, but I can.
No.
I love how she's just like, no. I honestly thought that she was just gonna be a doormat, so I'm really happy to see her stand her ground. Tigerlily says she doesn't care if his religion dictates that she as a woman cannot show off her body, but he as a man can. She thinks that he, as her husband, he should still refrain from doing so out of respect for her.
My body is just for you. It's not for everyone else. It's the same for me, honey.
He does not see any issues with him having no shirt on, but he also doesn't want to fight anymore because he really just wants to bang, so he does apologize to Tigerlily. Let's check in with Niles and Matilda. The two are finally ready to go and meet Matilda's family.
I was angry. I was so mad. And I know that very soon you'll come back for me.
That ring on your finger is my promise to do so.
Damn, girl, I think he's good. Does he really smell that bad? I like how she spritzes herself twice and she's emptying half the bottle on him. Niles is hella nervous because he's about to tell her family that he was lying when he said he wanted to get married on this trip. And Matilda doesn't really know if her family's going to accept that, so the two of them pray. They get to the hotel and Niles is starting to get really scared because he, unlike most people on this show, can admit that all of the bad that's been happening is his fault.
If things go south, I can't exactly say that it's anyone else's fault but my own.
Niles goes to get his hair done and he asks his barber for a little bit of advice on what to do in his current situation.
You are not truthful. It's a very disgrace to the family, so they won't forgive you. Even the family can curse you.
Now, Niles is a man of God, but he believes that God will allow other forces to affect him if he thinks that it's deserved. So Niles is like, okay, I really can't lie.
I'm going to be careful with my promises. I'm going to carefully word what I say. I'm not trying to find out how real these curses actually are.
Matilda has Niles tell her exactly what he's going to tell her family, and he's like, I'm just going to say that this trip was for me to get to know you and to find out if we are compatible, and we hella are, so next trip, we are going to get married. And then baby Niles is like, I'm also going to tell your mother that I did not tell you to tell everyone that we were going to get married on this trip.
Nor did I tell you to tell everybody we were getting married. I don't want you to say that, Dad. I don't want you to lie again.
And again, even if Niles did not actually say that, he never once stopped her when she was talking to him about the wedding that she was planning for this trip. So, I still think he's wrong. Niles meets her family, and her uncle is like, oh my God, I am so happy you're here, because the last time we talked on video chat, you promised you would come to Ghana and get married to her. So yeah, I do think that Niles did actually say that, because now both Matilda and her uncle are saying that that's what he said to them on video chat.
I was thinking about doing the knocking on this trip, and very soon, as in my very next trip, I plan to do the wedding ceremony.
Her family's like, oh no, absolutely not. And then they angrily discuss amongst themselves, and Niles is getting really anxious because he can't understand a word that they're saying.
The family accept for the knocking. They are giving you 2 months for the marriage ceremony.
He then shows off Matilda's ring that he got her, and he says that this ring is a show of faith that he will come back, but he really can't specify a time. And that, my Panda Pals, is all I have for you today. Next episode looks like it's gonna be a doozy. It looks like Veah is gonna be pressured to convert. Lauren wants to marry Faith's mother so that he can get legal citizenship. And Bozo is still, unsurprisingly, hung up on his ex. Needless to say, I'm very excited for what's to come. I hope you like this video. If you are not subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and let me know down in the comments below what you thought of this episode. I hope to see you for the next one, and as always, thanks for not letting me ride this train wreck alone. Bye!